Good day and welcome to our class. Today we shall be talking on second order ordinary differential equation ODE. ODE means ordinary differential equation. And we have the definition here. A second order ODE is an equation that involves second derivative. This second derivative. Any equation that involves this, the square y over dx square, is called a second order ODE, ordinary differential equation. And this second order differential equation exists in the field of science, engineering, and economics. For instance, in the field of science, Newton's second law of motion. The Newton's second law of motion leads to second order ODE. And if you can remember the Newton's second law of motion, which says that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied, which gives rise to this. This is acceleration. This acceleration is simply the square s dt square, where this s is displacement. So this is second order ODE. Now let's move to the general form of second order ODE. The general form of second order ODE is of this format: a the square y dx square plus this plus cy plus is equal to g of s. Equation 1, where this a, b, c, they are constant, that is, they are number, or they are variables, which you call functions of x. But in this video, we shall consider only the constant, a case where a, b, c are constant. And this g of s here, we call it a forcing function. So this equation can also be written as this: a the square, this g of s is not there, is written as 0. So this equation 1 here, we call it non-homogeneous second order ODE, while this number 2 is called homogeneous second order ODE. Now, the next thing is, how do we find solution to these two? So solution to the second order ODE. Number 1, we have complementary function or complementary solution. And the second one, we have particular integral. Now we shall first deal with this. Now let's move to the solution, the complementary function. We have complementary function. So the complementary function considers the solution of that second equation, which is homogeneous differential equation. And it is this one that will lead us to the solution of the first one. Now, how do we start? We start by saying, let y be equal to exponential mx. And we'll differentiate the y dx. If you differentiate this, it will give you m exponential mx. If you differentiate once again, the m will come down again. It will be m squared exponential mx. Now let us now substitute our answers inside this equation 2. So this will be a second, which is this, m squared exponential mx, plus b, this one gives me this, m exponential mx, plus c, this is our y, exponential mx is equal to 0. You observe that exponential ms is common to all of them. So we have am squared plus bm plus c equal to 0. So since this one is not equal to 0, exponential mx can never be equal to 0. So therefore this one is equal to 0. am squared plus bm plus c equal to 0. So let me call this equation 3. This will lead to quadratic. You can see it's a quadratic equation. It's a quadratic equation. You know, it looks like as squared plus bs plus c is equal to 0. It looks like that. So it's a quadratic equation. After we solve the quadratic equation to know the value of our m, then we can now put it because our solution is y is equal to mx. For example, if m is equal to 2, our answer is exponential 2x. But because quadratic equation exists in different forms, then we consider the following. Firstly, this equation 3 is called an auxiliary equation. So this equation 3 is called an auxiliary equation. So it is this auxiliary equation that we are going to get. When we get it, then we'll find the root of this equation. Now let's consider, because this is quadratic equation and quadratic equation exists in different forms, we consider the following cases. Case 1. First case is real and unequal roots. That is, when we find an answer that is not a complex number here, you have all know what complex number is. When we find an answer that is not a complex number and those values are not the same thing, that is, if you solve this thing and you find out that your m is equal to m1, you know, if you solve the quadratic, you must get two answers. Let's say the values you get are m1 and m2. Then we say that the general solution becomes, since we got m1 and m2, m1 is not equal to m2, they are not the same thing. Then we say that the general solution is a exponential m1x plus b exponential m2x. So this is the solution of this differential equation. If when we solve the quadratic equation we got two different answers, then we say that our answer is a exponential m1s plus b exponential m2s. This a and b, we call them arbitrary constants. See, a and b are called arbitrary constants. Now let's take example on this case 1. Now example 1, solve this ODE, ordinary differential equation. Now solution. The first thing, how do we start the solution? The first thing is that we find the auxiliary equation. We write it like this, auxiliary equation. And how do we write auxiliary equation? This, you turn it to m, you say m squared. This is 5. dy dx means m. M square means differentiate on twice. M is dy dx. There's no dy dx here, it will be ordinary 6, which is equal to 0. After we have written it like that, the next thing now is we solve this quadratic equation, which I believe is not new to you. Let's assume that you have solved it. When we solve the quadratic equation, we got m is equal to 2 or m is equal to 3. You can see they are not the same thing, 2 and 3. Therefore, our general solution, if you look at it once again, our general solution is a exponential m1 plus b exponential m2. So here our answer is we say a exponential, our m, the first one, 2x plus b exponential, I just put the value 3x. So that is the solution of this differential equation. Let's take another example. So we have our example 2 here. We want to solve this ODE. Now, solution, we find the auxiliary equation just like above. This will be m squared. You turn it to m. This one will be m. There's no m here. This is 8 equal to 0. In fact, we can extend it to 3 third order, but we are not concerned about that. Now, this leads to quadratic equation. You need to solve the quadratic equation. Solving the quadratic equation, we have m is equal to 2 or m is equal to minus 4. Then we now say you write the general solution will now become, you put a exponential, the first one, 2s plus b exponential, the second one, minus 4s. So that's our answer. And last but not the least, under that case, we want to solve this quadratic equation. So solution, what's our auxiliary equation? This is m squared minus 9 equal to 0. you see that this is m squared is equal to 9. Therefore, m is equal to plus or minus root of 9. Therefore, m is equal to plus or minus 3. So we have two values. We have plus 3 and we have minus 3. Therefore, our y is equal to a exponential. The first one is 3s, plus b exponential. The second one is minus 3s. So that's our answer. Let's move to another case. So this is our case 2. We have considered case 1. Real and equal roots. That is, if this is the first case, real and unequal. So that is when we solve this quadratic equation and we get two the same answers. So we are considering a case whereby m is equal to m1 twice. So that is, we get this. The general solution becomes a plus bx. This is how we write it. A plus bx exponential m1x. A plus bx. You know there are two in number, m1, m1. It will have been a exponential m1x plus b exponential m1x. So it's still the same thing, but x is put here because they are equal. That is what we just wrote. So when they are equal like that, you say a plus bx exponential m1x. A and b are arbitrary constant. A and b are arbitrary. If they say they're arbitrary constant, that is the constant we just think of, that we just put there. Now let's take example on this case. So we want to solve this differential equation. So solution. We first find the auxiliary equation. And the auxiliary equation will turn this one to m squared. This is 4m. This is plus 4 equal to 0. So it leads to quadratic equation. And solving the quadratic equation without stressing myself, I will have minus 2 twice. That is what I'm going to have. When you solve the quadratic equation, we have minus 2 and minus 2 twice. So in such case, suppose we do it by factorization, this is what you are going to have. M plus 2 all squared is equal to 0. So in this case, you must have minus m is equal to minus 2 twice. Now, our general solution will just be, we follow this, a plus bx exponential m1, this is our m, minus 2x. That's our answer. It's very simple. Let's consider another example. This is our second example. We want to solve this differential equation. So solution, the first thing is we find the auxiliary equation. And this is m squared. This one will be minus 6m plus 9 equal to 0. Now, here we are going to solve the quadratic equation. And when we solve it, we should have 3 twice. M is equal to 3 twice. Finally, our answer, if you follow this same format, a plus bx exponential mx. This is our m, exponential 3s. So this is what we do. This is how we do it when we have an equal root, when you have the same number twice. So this is what we do. Assuming they are different, let's say 4 and 5, our answer would have been a exponential 4s plus b exponential 5s. But when they are equal, this is how we write it. Now, let's consider the third case, complex root. When you solve the quadratic equation and you have the answer in this format, alpha, these are numbers, after alpha plus or minus I beta. When we have it like this, then the general solution becomes y equal to exponential alpha x into a cos beta x plus b sine beta x. So this is our answer. This is the general solution when we have it like this. When we have something in this format. Let's take example for better understanding. Example 1. Find the general solution of this square y dx squared plus 4dy dx plus 5y equal to 0. So solution, auxiliary equation. the first thing is we turn this to m. This is m squared plus 4m plus 5 is equal to 0. Because of this case that we have, the best method to use in your quadratic equation is to use the quadratic formula, which says minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. From this place, if you use it, our m is equal to, what's our a, what's our b, what's our c? A is 1, b is this one, and c is 5. You have known that. Now let's use the formula. Minus b, that is minus 4 plus or minus square root of b squared, 4 squared minus 4 a, our a is 1 and our c is 5 over 2a. Our a is 1. This is m equal to minus 4 plus or minus root of 4 square is 16 minus, this is 20 over 2. This will give me minus 4 plus or minus root of 16 minus 20, that is minus 4 divided by 2. Now, this is minus 4 plus or minus square root of, now I can find square root of 4. Let me first find that. When I find it, that will give me 2. Let me put it here. But it will remain minus 1 left there over 2. You should have done this under complex number. So, but square root of minus 1 is a complex number. That is I, then divided by 2. So what we are saying is that if you divide both sides by 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2. This one is 2 divided by 2, that is 1i. You will now see that it is of this form, alpha plus I beta. So from that place, this is our alpha, this is our beta. Our general solution will now be exponential alpha s, exponential this into a cos beta x. What's Abi? Where is the formula? A cos beta s plus b sin beta s. So our beta is 1 here. So that is just x plus b sin beta s is ts. So this is the solution to this differential equation. This is the solution. Let's take another example. Our example 2, solve an ODE. You want to solve this question. So solution. The first thing is we find the auxiliary equation, and that will give me m squared plus 10m plus 34 equal to 0. Now we can now, here a is 1, b is 10, c is 34. We can now use the formula. The formula is minus b, once again, minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So you should have known this. This is minus 10 plus or minus root of 10 squared minus 4. Our a is 1 and our c is 34 over 2a. Our a is 1. When we simplify further, we have, this is 100 minus, this will give me 136. 4 times 34 divided by 2. This implies that m is equal to minus this. This minus this will give me minus 36 divided by 2. From this place is very easy. Square root of 36 is 6. It will remain minus. This square root of minus here is I divided by 2. M is equal to, if you divide both sides by 2, we have minus 5 plus or minus 3i. So this is our alpha. Our alpha is this and our beta is this. So our general solution will be, if you recall, you know, it is exponential alpha s into a cos beta s plus b sin beta s. So this is exponential alpha s, our alpha is 5 minus 5 into a cos, our beta is 3s plus b sine 3x. So that's our answer. That's the solution to the question. And finally on that, let's assume we want to solve this square y dx squared plus 9y. I've given something like this the other time, but it was minus. This will give me m squared plus 9 is equal to 0. This will give me m squared is equal to minus 9. This will be m is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 9. This will be m is equal to plus or minus square root of I don't need square root again. Square root of 9 is 3 and minus is I. So what we have there is m is equal to plus or minus 3i. So you see that there's no alpha here. We only have beta. It should have been alpha plus I beta. So it's only the beta that we need. So we neglect this. We take only the one inside because there's no alpha there. Alpha is 0. Therefore, the general solution will just be a cos this, cos 3s plus b sine 3s. So that's our answer. And generally, if you are given this square y dx square minus n square y is equal to 0, this is the general solution. Y is equal to a exponential ns, or this, when we are given this. And if it is plus that is there, the solution is a cos ns plus b sin ns. Now, we now move to the second one. So that we'll continue that in our next video. We move to the second solution. We have only considered the first case. We said we have a complementary solution and particular integral. So we'll move to particular integral now. Have a nice day.